Hello everyone, welcome back to Mohana Astrology. Rajshri here, and today's video is about what if you have debilitated Venus in your birth chart. We know that Venus is debilitated in transit now, and it gets debilitated at 27 degrees of Virgo. I made another video on Venus's debilitation and why it gets debilitated in the sign of Virgo particularly, and the link is appearing above and also in the description box just in case you want to refer back to that to know more about it. Now in the natural Kundali or the Kalpurush Kundali, if we notice, Venus gets debilitated 12 signs away from its Mool Trikon sign, that is Libra. Now Libra is the sign of relationships, Libra is the sign of partnership, is the sign of the other gender in your life, and Venus gets debilitated in Virgo, which is 12 signs away from Libra. This means that with debilitation of Venus comes loss of relationships, loss of love, loss of partnerships. Along with the relationship side of it, there are other things that Venus signifies, like comforts in life and vehicles, inner peace. Somehow these things also get affected when Venus is debilitated in the birth chart. But before we judge the full effect of debilitated Venus in your birth chart, it is also important, rather very important, to check Venus's position in the Navamsha and strength of it. It is important to see what other planets are conjunct with this debilitated Venus, or Venus is receiving any aspect from any benefic or malefic planet as well. Now, if a good planet, a benefic planet is aspecting this Venus, of course the bad results, the malefic results are going to reduce to great extent. Similarly, if a malefic planet is aspecting or conjunct, or Venus is not well placed in the Navamsha as well, these malefic aspects of debilitated Venus becomes enhanced in the chart. It is also important to know when to expect these results. Is it going to happen throughout the life? Is it going to happen for a particular period of time? How does this work? Now, for the Karakattvas that are getting impacted due to debilitation, you are going to feel the impact throughout your life definitely, but there are some specific impacts of debilitation that is particularly visible in the dashas of Venus. Now, you may say that, okay, I'm not getting Venus's Mahadasha in my life, but even if you are not getting it, you are definitely getting Venus's Antardasha and Pratantardasha, and these results will be manifested during these Antardashas and Pratantardashas. Let us now see in a nutshell what traits we normally get to see when Venus is debilitated in the chart, in that particular person. Normally it is seen that too much of emphasis on appearance, too much of emphasis on being perfect in the way we dress up, in the way we look, and in the nature, our nature turns a little critical with it. We tend to criticize others, we tend to criticize ourselves as well. Sometimes lack of confidence is visible as well, and too much desire, high desire, low spirituality, low creativity. These are the traits of a debilitated Venus. Now, as I go through the impact on 12 signs, 12 ascendants, you will find that it is not all that doom and gloom with the debilitated Venus in the birth chart. In some cases, it does impact the native quite a bit negatively, but in many cases, you will find that when Venus is well placed and the lords of the good houses in the birth chart, it is normally found that the native has to struggle a little bit in the beginning. Native has to work harder towards Venus related significations in life, but it does come to them. So it's not all that bad at all. It's rather, I would say, a mixed result that comes with debilitation of Venus. After all, Venus is a benefic planet. Even if it gets debilitated, it does not impact the native in the way a malefic would have impacted. So let's now find out what happens when Venus is debilitated ascendant wise. Debilitated Venus in the first house for Virgo ascendants. Venus is the lord of second and ninth house for Virgo and placed in the ascendant itself. Now, it's not really a very good sign to have a debilitated planet in the ascendant for health and confidence reasons. Now, Venus is also a trine lord, and that way it's a good placement. And it shows that the person will be good looking, but there will be insecurities about appearance and personality. They will try constantly to improve their looks no matter how good they actually look in the real life. There can be low self confidence and lack of spiritual inclinations as well. They are intelligent people, but support of luck may not come very easily to them. Now, wealth generation becomes problematic as well. The relationship with the parental family may not be cordial. These people are sexually very active. They are also quite calculating in the matters of relationships. But married life is normally good because Venus is looking at the seventh house here. Now, they are likely to have a good looking spouse, association with religious activities, or such people or such establishments can bring loss to them. Debilitated Venus in the second house for Leo ascendant. Venus rules the third and the 10th house here. The lord of profession and initiatives is debilitated here. However, it is also placed in the trine from the 10th house. This position can give successful career in audit, finance, and stock market. People in oil, mining related work will also do well with debilitated Venus in the second house. Any work where a critical approach is required will be successful for these people. Money matters and wealth generation becomes the primary focus of life, but one has to work really hard to keep the finances afloat. The significator of wealth is debilitated in the house of wealth. Here, the person may be too status oriented or materialistic in his or her approach towards life, and they also like to project themselves in a larger than life manner. When they speak, there will be some touch of criticism in it. And relationship with the siblings may be difficult, and there will be disturbances in the family life as well. Relationship with the spouse also suffers. Debilitated Venus in the third house for Cancer ascendant. Venus rules the fourth and the 11th house here, and they will experience lack of comforts and conveyance. These may come pretty late in life with a lot of effort though. Constructive ambitions and ability to take initiatives will be low, but materialistic desires run really high for these people. They may want to fill the vacuum of inner happiness and peace through fulfillment of materialistic desires, but this leads to further dissatisfaction only. And one may not own a house, their artistic and musical skills may not be that great. These people may not have a cordial relation with their siblings and friends. Female friends and associates may be a source of distress. Comfort from mother is also limited to them. Relationship with the father will be good. Working hard to fulfill ambition, lack of happiness, and social circle are the main factors here. Debilitated Venus in the fourth house for Gemini ascendant. Venus is the lord of fifth and 12th house for Gemini. Venus here is debilitated but in the Kendra house and has directional strength as well. Therefore, Venus strives hard to overcome the weakness here. With hard work and time, Venus can give professional progress and prosperity with this position. Here, Venus can give property and vehicle, but some loss related to these matters will also be there. Alternatively, it can be seen as the native will spend a lot of money in buying property and vehicles. It can give property in foreign lands as well. One may live away from birthplace and one may not be able to enjoy the pure happiness and the feeling of contentedness in the heart. They will also be very uncomfortable in their own company. Debilitated Venus in the fourth house is not very good for romantic relations. These people are also not very lucky regarding children. Relationship with the mother can also cause some unhappiness, or the mother can experience some health issues. Now, physical intimacy in married life also reduces. This position of Venus can turn you spiritual while fighting with the odds of the life. Debilitated Venus in the fifth house for Taurus ascendant. Venus is the lord of first and sixth house for Taurus and is placed in the trine. This position can give education related to medical field and pharmacology and healthcare or healing, but initially one needs to struggle really hard to do well in education. These people are highly ambitious and will chase success. Here, the Lord of Romance is sitting in the house of romance but is weak. So, romantic nature and romance will be there in life, but there can be tendency towards finding in the romantic partner, leading to setbacks in romance. There can be more than one romantic interest as well. Debilitated Venus in the fifth house gives critical view related to creativity and art. If seen from the other side, these people can be very successful design and film critics. Venus here can give fluctuating flow of money. This is a good position for speculative earning and a career in share trading. It is seen that with this placement of Venus comes the trouble related to children, either not able to have children or issues with the first child. Relationship with the children can also be spoiled because of one's over criticizing nature. Debilitated Venus in the sixth house for Aries ascendant. Venus rules the second and the seventh house for Aries. Placement in the sixth house is not a good placement for Venus anyway, because here Venus loses his benefic qualities. On top of that, since it's debilitated, the inclination will be towards immoral activities, indulgence in luxury, and too much of sensuality. It has serious impact on marriage and relation with the spouse. The relationship with the spouse can go sour because there will be a tendency to find fault in the partner. This applies not only for the life partner but also for the business partners. It is better to avoid partnership business with this position of Venus. It is a hypercritical Venus here. This is a good position though for speculative wealth and finances. However, expenses will be high too. Spiritual life for these people remains quite underdeveloped. Eye troubles may be there. Debilitated Venus in the seventh house for Pisces ascendant. Here, Venus rules the third and the eighth house. Venus is not a good planet for Pisces ascendant anyway. Here, Venus impacts all kinds of relationships negatively. It shows that the spouse will be good looking, but he or she will not be able to fulfill native's desires. Venus being debilitated creates issues in marriage due to overly lustful nature. Materialistic greed can ruin professional partnerships as well. There will be a lot of hidden factors and ups and downs in the relationship matters with this position of Venus. Well being of the spouse is also of concern. Argumentative nature, lack of clear communication, and laziness are the other vices of this placement. Debilitated Venus in the 8th house for Aquarius ascendant. Venus is the lord of the 4th and the 9th house for Aquarius. Normally, Venus in the 8th house can give property and wealth to the native. It's a good placement normally. But when Venus is debilitated in the 8th house, being the Yogakaraka planet for Aquarius, it is not a good sign. It becomes a bit challenging. There can be difficulty in the domestic life and lack of contentment. Possibility of having comfort factors in life like house, vehicles, and mental peace becomes very difficult. Luck factor will be lacking. There may be trouble in pursuing higher education as well. Mother of the native may have ill health or there may be differences with the mother. Possibility of getting inheritance or money from insurance claims can reduce with this placement. Spirituality gets a setback and there is indulgence in sensual pleasures and insatiable passion. Debilitated Venus in the 9th house for Capricorn ascendant. Venus rules the 5th and the 10th house for Capricorn and is the Yogakaraka planet. House placement wise, this is a great placement, no doubt about it. It can give good higher education, prosperity. However, the debilitation of the most positive planet in the chart indicates that the native will get all the wealth, fortune, and luck, but only after some hardships. One has to earn these will not come easily to the person. There is a lot of emphasis on the materialistic achievements than the spiritual ones. Venus here impacts 2 trine lords and 1 most powerful Kendra house, which is the profession house. In other words, it impacts the higher education, luck, progeny, and profession. It shows that the matters related to children and love relations may suffer due to the critical nature of the native. Overall, it's not that bad placement for debilitated Venus. Debilitated Venus in the 10th house for Sagittarius ascendant. Venus rules the 6th and the 11th house for Sagittarius ascendant. Venus is not a good planet for Sagittarius anyway. This position shows that professional success can come from work where analytical mind is required, having connection with money and finance. There will be some issues related to women in the workplace, and that may cause difficulty in profession as well. It can show ups and downs in career and unsteady growth path as well. It also indicates that female natives need to take care of their dignity and respect at workplace. As per Vedic astrology texts, when 6th lord is strong, it helps to fight disease and enemies. In this case, the 6th lord is debilitated or weak. Therefore, health issues, debts, and conflicts will bother the native. There may be lack of ambition or initiatives in life. However, since 3 of the Upachaya houses are involved here, professional growth gets better with time if adequate effort is put in. Debilitated Venus in the 11th house for Scorpio ascendant. Venus rules the 7th and the 12th house and is placed in the highest of the desire houses, being debilitated. Desires and ambition run very high for these people. Now, marriage, wife, marital bliss get negatively impacted here. The person is never satiated in these matters. Multiple affairs can be there as well. Multiple earning opportunities will also be there. And at the same time, there may be difficulties to materialize these opportunities. If one does not work hard, these opportunities tend to slip away. Financial gain comes in abundance, particularly from speculative schemes or such professions. With this Venus, one may not be able to create a supportive social circle. One may face issues if they enter into a contract. It also indicates earnings from foreign sources and also loss of earning because of some foreign connection or hospitalization. Debilitated Venus in the 12th house for Libra ascendant. Here, Venus is the ascendant lord and the lord of the 8th house. As per Vedic texts, Venus does very well in the 12th house. But to get the benefits of such Venus, he should be placed well and strong, not as the ascendant lord and in the debilitated state. Again, as per our ancient texts, if the 8th lord is strong and placed in the good houses like Kendras and trines, it is good for longevity. Here, Venus is not only weak but also placed in the house of loss. Therefore, it's a tricky position for Venus. It indicates strong possibility of foreign travel and residing in a foreign country. These people will indulge in a lot of luxury and physical relations, but there will be lack of warmth and bonding in the physical relationships. They will also spend huge amount of money on these matters. Marriage and cordiality with the spouse can cause concern. It also indicates ups and downs in health matters and concerns for well-being. One should be careful of water-related accidents too. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. And if you find that this video has been informative for you, please do share. Give me a thumbs up here. It helps my channel a lot. And as I always say, please do subscribe. May God bless us all. Thank you.